4 personal CEO questions about your future. That's right, 4 personal CEO questions about your future. Tyree the Super Entrepreneur here. I'm going to read to you 4 personal CEO questions about your future. What is a CEO? A Chief Executive Officer of a company or of a personal business. Or you can be a CEO by way of a chief excuse offerer, a person that does not feel that they can be in charge, and they make excuses of why they can't be in charge or can't do something. I'm going to read to you 4 questions very quickly. Have you ever had a thought or desire to be the cornerstone of a company? Would you like to know what it is like to be in on a decision making that concerns the decision that your company is going in? Would you like to know what it feels like to be the person that has to say so in on the decision making? Would you like to know what it is like to be the person that announces the decision after it is made? If you hearing this and you feel something, if you visualize in your mind, and from visualizing this you can feel something, or just thinking about it you feel something, then you have that within you to be a chief executive officer. But if you feel the opposite of that, if you feel like you can't be that person or can't do that, then you are now considered to be a chief excuse offerer. But either way, if you understand that, then there are 17 principles that are vested in you, 17 personal principles that allow you, if you develop these principles within you, it would allow you to become that person in control of your future. Now, there are 5 parts of you that makes up that these 17 personal success principles attached to. Those 5 parts are attitudinal principle, intellectual principle, personal principle, fraternal principle, and spiritual principle parts. Those are 5 parts. Now, for your spiritual part, there's applied faith and using cosmic habit force. Those are the 2 principles that attach to that. Then you have your personal principle, your personal part, which is self-discipline, self-discipline, pleasing personality, personal initiative, enthusiasm, sound physical and mental health, budgeting time and money. Those are the 6 principles that attach to the personal part of you. Now, the attitudinal part of you has 4 principles that attach to it, and it's learning from defeat, going the extra mile, definite of purpose, and positive mental attitude. Those are the 4 principles that attach to the attitudinal part of you. Now, the fraternal part of you has 2 principles that attach to it, and they are mastermind alliance and teamwork. That's the fraternal part. Now, the intellectual part of you has 3 principles that attach to it. That is control attention, that is creative vision, and that is accurate thinking. Those are the 3 principles that attach to the intellectual part of you. So I've given you 5 parts with 17 principles attached to each one of those. If you understand that, if you want to understand what it takes to be a successful CEO at your job or in your business or in your own life, learn those principles. And you'll understand why I'm asking you 4 personal CEO questions about your future. And when you think about that, when you think about have you ever had the desire to be the cornerstone of a company, and the other 3 questions that go along with that, what you then will come to do is want to develop that person within you. And in order to develop that person within you, you have to understand what makes up that person. Those 5 parts with the 17 principles that attach to those 5 parts makes that person in you that allows you to be a chief executive officer and not a chief excuse offerer. Tyree the Super Entrepreneur for personal CEO questions about your future. Thank you and be blessed.